they're in a better place physically and mentally. Reese Beatty spoke for the players when she said, we wanted that one back, and now we have the chance.
Well, here we go. The opening tip going to be controlled by Iowa State, wearing their home white uniforms with cardinal numbers trimmed in gold. Oklahoma State, their away orange. Harris's three goes down.
Quite a start for the senior. As I mentioned, the only senior for Iowa State this season.
Same starting five all season long for Oklahoma State with Whiting, Gray, Timmer, Hurd, and a cot. And here is a cot firing, can't get the answer, and the rebound comes down to Harris. What a great start for the senior on senior night.
This Iowa State crowd, it is electric in Hilton Coliseum here in this early 45 seconds of basketball.
And a turnover by Iowa State with their starting five tonight. As we mentioned, the change. This three for Oklahoma State can't go down. The rebound, dead ball rebound, will go to Iowa State. But yeah, they've got Audie Crooks, Sydney Harris, Jada Williams, Ariana Jackson, and Addie Brown.
This is a pretty veteran squad for both the Cyclones and the Cowgirls. So Oklahoma State team has started the same starting five all 29 games. Now make that the 30th game this season.
Addie Brown for three. Yes! Oklahoma State wants to get back on track shooting, just shooting 23% against West Virginia the other night, held to just 17 points in the second half, 40 for the game. And it's going to be off the mark for Micah Gray, who, by the way, is just a three-point shot away from owning the school's all-time record for a season. And she went 1 for 14 against West Virginia, one of those players that head coach J.C. Hoyt is hoping can step up tonight.
These Cowgirls do not need much encouragement to let it fly from deep. They average 26 attempts as a squad per game.
Jackson, yes! And a quick timeout can be taken by Oklahoma State. And before, as an assistant coach with Kansas State prior to going to Oklahoma State, as this shot is going to be off the mark and will go out of bounds. Let's go to Shannon Earhart with more.
One thing to note, you guys, is that Oklahoma State is coming off a 32-point loss, and they're actually 7-0 this season in bounce-back games. I asked Coach Hoyt before the game why they've been so successful, and she said everybody's just willing to fix their mistakes and move on, and that's what's made us so good.
And they have been good in those bounce-back games. They've been shooting better than 45% in those games coming off of losses. But here tonight, down 11 as Audie Crooks gets on the board.
And this Cowgirl squad, they've been good at bouncing back after losses. We'll see how they are at bouncing back after being down 11-0.
Timmer for three. Can't get it to fall. And this is an Oklahoma State team that, as of a week ago, was leading the Big 12 Conference in scoring. That now belongs to Iowa State, averaging just over 83 points a game. But they've been struggling, has Oklahoma State.
Well, the Cowgirls really want to push pace. They will often take shots within the first 10 seconds of the shot clock. Iowa State wants a little more tempo. They're going to work the shot clock quite a bit more than the Cowgirls.
And a rebound will come down to Hurd. Stately will look to go to work.
Coach Hoyt talked about this team not having any superstars. Very balanced scoring. 5 players average double figures, including one player, Wooten, who comes off the bench and averages double figures per game.
You know, I got to disagree with Coach. Staley Hurd is a star.
Yes, yes.
Wow, averaging just nearly 12 a game. And hits the big basket. Boy, there was a collision underneath. Everybody's okay as Audie Crooks gets up along with Akkad. Now that shot clock will wind down as Jada will reset. Pulls up. All 5 starters have scored for Iowa State. This is going to stay with Oklahoma State as the Cowgirls going to go to the bench for the first time, and this is a sight for sore eyes for them. Jaden Wooten will check in. The 5'6" sophomore out of Overland Park, Kansas, missed the game against West Virginia. And that was a huge miss for them not having Wooten.
Well, she's such a good ball handler, one of the nation's best as far as assist to turnover ratio goes. And with that stifling and very aggressive West Virginia defense, that really presented some challenges for the Cowgirls. And she comes into the basketball game and she makes things happen. She doesn't score there, but it's her pass that leads to the bucket.
Iowa State also going to their bench. Checking in for the first time was Elisa Williams, along with Reese Beatty. This shot going to be off the mark. The rebound fought for and will belong to Oklahoma State. It's an 8-point game. And Hurd will spot up and hit. She's got 2 triples, and here come the Cowgirls. They found their shot.
When they needed offense, who do they go to?
Jada Williams for 3. Can't get it to fall. Hurd with another rebound. In the first meeting between the two, Hurd a triple-double. This time firing away, can't get it to fall. Yeah, Hurd in that first meeting, 18 points, 17 rebounds, and 10 assists.
She and Audie Crooks and Addie Brown, 3 of those players know each other from USA basketball tryouts last summer. So I think you're right. When coach says we don't have any superstars and you say you're wrong, you don't get invited to USA basketball tryouts unless you're a superstar.
Williams was trying to draw that foul. And we play on as Timmer will get the offensive putback. Defensive rebounding, as of late, for Iowa State, they've not been very good. Bill Fenley stressing that, saying he wants to see that picked up.
Fourth quarter against TCU is a good example of that. TCU shot the basketball really well, but even when they missed, Cyclones were not able to track down defensive rebounds.
Beatty launches, and it's wide of the mark. So how about this run that Oklahoma State's on? A 7-0 run over the last minute 47. Iowa State back to their bench. Sydney Harris, Audie Crooks will check back into the lineup. And in for the first time is Praise Egareva for Oklahoma State.
Cyclones got the start that they wanted, BJ. That 11-0 lead, 3 of 3 from downtown out of the gates.
Wooten, what a shot.
But the Cowgirls are too good on offense. You knew they'd wake up. There's a reason they haven't lost 2 games in a row all season long.
They scored more than 100 points in the first 4 of their 5 games they played this season. They can strike in a hurry, and that one going to be deflected out. Coach Hoyt is okay. Man, that was a screamer.
Look alive over there, Coach. She was.
So 15 on the shot clock. As Jackson over to Harris, who will launch. Can't get it to fall, and the rebound will come down to Egareva. Oklahoma State, how about this, falling down 11-0 now with an opportunity to take the lead here on the possession. As that pass gets away from Oklahoma State, Timmer was stepping on the sideline, was the South Dakota State transfer. And Addie Brown will re-enter the lineup. Watch her minutes here tonight. She's been averaging 23 in her comeback over the last 2 games. Trying to get back into a rhythm. Or basketball shape, if you will, after missing 11 games. Hare for 3. Can't get it to fall. And the rebound comes down to Hurd. Now Gray from the wing. Can't get it to fall. The rebound tipped around. And we have a foul going to be called here on Iowa State on the defensive rebound against Addie Brown, called for the extra wrap. That's her first.
We mentioned just minutes ago that for Iowa State, defensive rebounding needed to improve.
So a 1-point game here in the opening quarter. Hurd will work along the baseline, now kicks to Timmer. 5 on the shot clock. Gray over to Hurd for 3. Wow, what a shot as Hurd. Staley Hurd gives them the lead. That's her third 3 of the game.
9 points, also 5 rebounds.
And an errant pass. Iowa State will turn it over. 2:02 to play in the opening quarter. Boy, how about weathering the storm for Oklahoma State? Again, down 11-0 out of the gates. And to come back to take a 2-point advantage here. I think they've forgotten about that bad game they just are coming off of against West Virginia. And this is going to be deflected out of bounds. Last touch by Oklahoma State. Molly, correct me if I'm wrong, but if the ball doesn't hit nylon on the shot, it's a all-out brawl for the basketball, it seems like, tonight.
Well, you can tell both of these teams are, I don't want to say desperate for wins, but they know what they're playing for. Coach Fenley mentioned in his media availability this week, there are a lot of teams across the country that are only playing because they have games remaining on their schedule. Both of these teams have meaningful basketball ahead of them. You can tell for Iowa State, it's senior night. It's the last game in Hilton Coliseum. For the Cowgirls, they want to improve upon their Big 12 standing. Of course, always improve upon your NCAA tournament seeding. A lot to play for.
Brown from the top.
Cyclones certainly don't want to be swept by the Cowgirls.
Wooten shot. No good on this end, and the rebound to Iowa State. See the three-point numbers these two teams are launching here tonight. Both obviously love to shoot it. Crooks gets it low, avoids a triple team, and gets the bucket. Audie looking for the N1. It's her second basket of the night.
Nice job there by Audie. Had to go down low, keep her composure, go up strong in the middle of a couple of orange jerseys.
Here's Wooten. And a foul going to be called on Jackson, her first. Second team foul in the quarter. So to the line with Jaden Wooten. .76% free throw shooter on the season. And you can tell she just gives a lift to this team, and the Cowgirls really missed her against West Virginia. And she goes 1 out of 2. Iowa State with an opportunity here, about a 9-second difference between the shot and game clock. The dump down to Crooks going to be deflected away. How about the play there by Ega Revba? And now the Cowgirls going to hold for 1 with the shot clock off. Wooten, the igniter. The pull-up. That's her game, and gets it to go through. And just like about Coach Fenley and the impact he's had not only here for Iowa State, but just in women's basketball in general.
Well, for a number of years, he was known as the dean of Big 12 women's basketball because of his lengthy tenure. But he certainly is the dean now. Maybe he was the provost or the president, something along those academic terms, now that he is the winningest coach in Big 12 history.
Bird's three, can't get it to fall. Shannon Earhart got a chance to listen in on Cyclones to do. Shannon?
Well, I'm not going to share their game plan with you guys, but that was very nice from Sydney Harris, the senior. Audie Crooks getting a lot of attention there to her left leg, her left calf. The trainers were massaging her out with the massage gun. She said she's fine. She was sitting there on the bench, then talking with Coach Jody Steyer before she went back in there.
Thanks a lot, Shannon. We wish you would share that with us. So at some point during this season, Kenzie Hare knocks down a three.
Cyclones 5 of 11 from downtown. Of their 17 field goal attempts, 11 from beyond the arc.
So much like the beginning of this game, Iowa State getting off to a good start to the quarter. They got out to an 11-0 lead before Oklahoma State was able to answer back. And here in this quarter, getting out to a 6-point lead again. So Jackson will fire a three, can't get it to fall. The rebound tapped out, and it will go to Oklahoma State. By the way, the crew here tonight officiating this game: Gina Cross, Brenda Pantoya, Chuck Gonzalez. Letting them play here tonight. And it has the feel of an NCAA tournament game, does it not?
Oh, big time. This is a high-intensity game. Both of these teams have a lot to play for.
Out on the floor for Iowa State, Jackson, Williams, Jada and Alicia, Hare and Harris. Oklahoma State with Wooten. Will dump it into Akot. Goes with the right hand and gets the bucket. Her second field goal of the game for Akot.
Coach Hoyt, very complimentary of Akot. Just talked about her leadership, how she's really coming on for this Cowgirls team. She's a transfer from UCF.
Whiting with the tough defense to force the turnover. Out ahead. Looking to drive it in. Hurd. And just couldn't gain control. Iowa State back to the bench as Reese Beatty will check in. And Addie Brown will come back into the game again. She's in for Sydney Harris. What a night of Big 12 Conference basketball. Not only Iowa State, Oklahoma State here tonight, TCU playing at Cincinnati. That game into the second half. West Virginia, UCF, Texas Tech and Kansas, and BYU later at Arizona State. Beatty in the paint will draw a foul. And this is going to be called on Whiting. And the BYU transfer will pick up her first.
I think maybe Whiting got away with a foul earlier in the possession. I don't know that on the shot. Didn't look like much contact, but plenty of contact previously.
Reese Beatty with her first free throw. You know, the freshman was asked prior to this game, what do you remember about that Oklahoma State game? And she said, I was really, really ill.
Yes.
And she was.
Yes.
And she said, other than that, the team played like, you know, was not feeling very well. Iowa State ran out of Gallagher-Iba Arena. But here tonight, what a battle.
And in media availability before this game, Coach Finley and Reese Beatty, those are the two individuals for Iowa State represented this week in that availability. They both said that game was a low point in our season. I mean, hands down. That was the 5th consecutive loss for Iowa State. You're playing without Addie. You're playing without Ariana Jackson. Reese Beatty is sick. That team was just really out of sorts. Coach Hoyt mentioned, we know this is a completely different team that we're preparing for.
Williams can't get the shot to fall. Hurd with another rebound. She's been devastating on the boards here tonight. More than 6 so far as Jackson gets the steal. Brown thought about it, will rein it in. Now to Williams on the block. Working in on Hurd. The left-hand shot can't get it to fall. And Hurd with another rebound. Here's Wooten, the pull-up.
You don't see a lot of pull-up in college basketball these days, but gosh, each of these teams, Wooten and Jada Williams, 2 of the better pull-up jump shots I've seen in Hilton Coliseum this season.
Now they get it again deep into Williams. This time she'll get the basket. Lisa Williams with her first field goal. Iowa State's lead back to 6. Iowa State shooting right at 50% for the game. And Wooten able to get on the board again. Oklahoma State really starting to pick it up after missing their first 5 shots of the game, now at 30%. Wooten with 7. Big skip pass. Jackson's 3. Yes!
Hilton Coliseum is juiced tonight.
Ariana Jackson, 3rd in the nation at 3-point shooting, right at a 47% clip.
Cyclones shooting 54% from beyond the arc so far. Really relying on the three-point shot.
And a foul underneath as Akat was trying to battle for position. It's on.
We're scoring 31 points in the fourth quarter against the Cyclones.
7-point advantage for Iowa State, but what about Oklahoma State? What'd they say during that last timeout? Let's go to Shannon Earhart.
Coach Hoyt said, keep battling, you guys. We got to get on the right side of those 50-50 balls. She told us before the game when we talked to her that there's no true leader on their team. It's a lead by committee, and our best players lead by example. So look out for that as you see him coming out of the timeout.
Yeah, certainly, and what a play designed for Achol Akat to get her 8th point of the game and stem the tide.
Staley Hurd with a beautiful assist. Hurd with 9 points, 7 rebounds, an assist, a couple of steals. She is a stat stuffer.
Harris will roll it into Audie, who's blocked by Akat. Oklahoma State in transition. Akat going to be getting and one. Wow, as Jada Williams will be called for the block.
And what a catch and finish in transition by Akat.
And Nicole Akat getting into double figures now with 10. As Jada Williams will pick up her first, the team's second. And Akat able to knock down the free throw. How about that for the 6'1" junior out of Ottawa, Canada? Addie Brown's three left it short. And the rebound will come down to Hurd. He has 8 rebounds tonight, 9 points, and an assist so far. Hurd will be picked up by Brown. Gets free from the screen, and Harris will get the board.
Harris getting the start tonight on senior night. 6 points in the early going, a couple of rebounds, a steal, a block shot.
Boy, the defense is there by Akat. Now the lob back to Gray. And how about that for Micah Gray to hit that shot?
Micah Gray, a very good three-point shooter. He's made over 80 of them on the season.
She was 1 for her last 18 before that layup, and now Audie Crooks will get her 6th point of the night.
Entertaining basketball.
Yeah, down to a 2-point game. Second quarter similar to the first quarter as Wooten will find Akat. Now the kick out, this 3-ball on the way is good. Knocked down by Lena Girardi, who just checked into the game for the first time.
Girardi, another good three-point shooter. 39% on the season for the freshman.
Oklahoma State with her second lead of the game. Now Harris, can she get the answer? Not there, and the rebound comes down to Hurd. Hurd from the top left open. Can't get it to fall. Crooks will board it for Iowa State. Oklahoma State has hit 5 of their last 7 as Crooks' 3 is off the mark. Again, after a very slow start for Oklahoma State, at the beginning of each quarter, they have really picked it up. Now Wooten. Into Akat, working in on Crooks. Can't get the left hand shot to fall.
Cyclones have not been able to take advantage of Audie Crooks on the inside, really relying on that three-point shot. She's only attempted 4 field goals.
Audie got hit in the midsection and goes down as she was trying to screen free for Williams. Gray's 3, not there, and the rebound comes down to Jackson. Boy, Audie is grimacing in some pain.
The Cyclones fortunate that the Cowgirls did not come up with a bucket on that possession, essentially playing 5-on-4 defense.
Brown shot not there. Rebound going to be kicked around. Last touch by Oklahoma State. So Iowa State will have it back. Let's take a look at this with Crooks setting the screen. What happened? And it was the knee, the left knee of Crooks.
Yeah, it looked like maybe, of course, Wooten's center of gravity quite a bit lower than Crooks's. Couldn't quite tell if it was knee to knee or some other body part to Audie's knee.
Crooks headed back to the locker room. Harris's three not there. So a 1-point lead for Oklahoma State as the first half winds down here from the Hilton Coliseum.
Cowgirls, or excuse me, the Cyclones over their last 5 from the field. 2-minute scoring drought.
Wooten's jumper can't get at the ball. How about the rebound and putback? Not there by Egareva, and she's going to go to the line to shoot 2 as Jackson will pick up her second. Oklahoma State has been relentless on the boards. Junior who hails from Germany with a point lead here. So the first half winding down, shot clock is off. Iowa State going to hold for 1, and that belongs to Jada Williams. She goes in the paint, draws contact, and 1.
I would have been surprised if anyone other than Jada Williams took that last shot going into the halftime break with Audie Crooks, Addie Brown both on the bench. She takes a Marty Whiting all the way to the basket.
Each team going to go to their bench. Micah Gray will check back in. Reagan Wilson will now come into the lineup with 3.3 to play in the half as Wilson sees her first action. And Williams with an opportunity to give Iowa State the lead here.
Cyclones put Wilson in for Harris for that defensive assignment.
Can't get the free throw. Hurd will get the board, has to hurry. Launches from deep, and that's just right of the mark. So how about as the Horned Frogs and Baylor Bears go toe-to-toe? Well, for the second half for Oklahoma State, it'll be Gray, Wooten, Akot, Timmer, and Hurd. Iowa State with the ball. They go with Jada Williams. Can't get the bucket. Wanted a foul. Couldn't get it called. She's joined by Jackson, Hare, Brown, and Crooks. Here's Wooten with the dump down to Akot. And how about Akot? Just continues to fire away now with 13.
Akot, a bit of an undersized post player. 6'1", certainly not the size and the height of some of the players you see at this level, but she's efficient. Does a good job of getting herself open, and the guards are getting her the basketball in opportune positions to score.
Williams shook off the defense to get her 6th point of the night, tied it up. So with Molly Parrott, BJ Shaven, Shannon Earhart here from Hilton Coliseum. Big 12 basketball game is about what you expected. Toe for toe, tick for tat. As Wooten shot won't go down. Cyclones actually started the game. If you're joining us late, shame on you. Iowa State jumped out to an 11-0 lead, but Oklahoma State able to fire back. And look at Jada Williams is starting to catch fire. She now has 9.
4 of 10 shooting for Williams. Also has 7 assists early.
Came in averaging just under 8. Hurd. How about the answer? Staley Hurd knocking down her 4th triple of the night to get into double figures.
Oh, that penetration by Wooten brings the defender to her just slightly so she can kick out to the wide open shooter.
Now Brown trying to work it in the paint. Backing down, goes hard to her right. Can't get the jumper. And Akot will push tempo. Now here's Hurd. Lost it in traffic. Audie may have knocked it away. Out ahead to Williams, who will attack. And Jada will draw contact and will go to the line. Micah Gray will pick up her first.
pushing in transition. Micah Gray with a quiet night for the Cowgirls. 2 points. She's their leading scorer on the season, about 14.5 points per game. Cyclones giving her quite a bit of defensive attention.
Jada Williams, a couple of rare misses from the foul line, came into the game tonight right at 82%. And into the game is Elise Williams. Audie Crooks checks out. She's on the bench, but Addie Brown also checked out of the game and is now headed to the locker room. We'll try to get you updated on that. And Hurd able to hit the turnaround J and draw contact to get the N1. Staley Hurd, what a wrecking ball inside the paint, working on Jackson, who will pick up her third.
14 points for her, 4 triples, 11 rebounds, a couple of steals.
And Hurd able to cap off the three-point play. Oklahoma State leads it by 2. Williams looking to work, going to be grabbed by Whiting. That'll be her second. Beg your pardon, for Whiting, that is her third. So she'll have to exit stage left. Back into the game, Jaden Wooten.
Coach Hoyt talked about Jaden Wooten and what she gives this Cowgirls team. Such a good, steady ball handler. One of the nation's best as far as assist to turnover ratio. They really missed her. And she was out against West Virginia this last weekend.
And Gray going to be called using your arm to clear traffic.
I think they're going to call it on a caught.
Oh, a caught inside. Actually, Gray, I beg your pardon. Yeah, it'll be her second.
My bad. Thought it was a caught the way she was pleading her case with the officials, but apologies.
Air going to be picked up by Timmer. Kyle was trying to defend her teammate, I think, more than anything. Six on the shot clock. The dump down pass going to be deflected out. It will stay with Iowa State with just under 5 on the shot clock as Crooks will come back in. Again, the storyline just a moment ago, Addie Brown, who went to the locker room, is now back out on the bench. That locker room's been busy in game. Crooks can't hit the jumper. Cott will get the rebound and push it ahead.
Audie Crooks 3 of 5 from the field, also tracking down 5 rebounds. Has just not gotten that many touches on the inside. And this is an Oklahoma State team that does not have the size that so many other squads do, but their athleticism and their game planning has made it difficult for Iowa State to get Crooks the ball.
That's an over and back. Let's get more on the injury situation for Iowa State. Here's Shannon Earhart.
Addie trotted back onto the bench here. She was wearing ankle braces on both legs. You know, she is back into the lineup, getting back into routine. She told me before every game she does take a nap and she drinks some beet juice to keep up her endurance, so she should be in good shape, but those ankle braces, something to keep note of.
Thanks a lot, Shannon. As Audie Crooks gets the N1. As we're tied up at 43. And Akot again continues to plead her case. As Timmer picked up that foul, that's her first, as Audie caps off the three-point play. And Iowa State has the lead again here at 44-43. Now Wooten, the reverse.
Ooh, what a read.
Jaden Wooten able to knock it down. She has 9. The dump down to Crooks. Gets the N1 again. What ball placement on the pass from Jada Williams to Audie Crooks. And with that bucket, Audie Crooks now with 11. Make that 95 straight games in double figures, but how about this? Now second all-time on Iowa State's career scoring list, just surpassing Angie Welly's 2,149-point mark. (47-45). Williams gets the steal. Jada looking to run. Good get back defense by Oklahoma State. Now Harris's three. Good.
Iowa State with that secondary break. You just cannot leave the shooter, Sydney Harris, that open to catch in rhythm.
Gray for three. Can't get the answer. Out ahead to Beatty, will push it. Now back the other way with Timmer. Hurd will look for a screen. The wraparound pass. And how about the finish by Praise Egareva?
And not surprising that Oklahoma State really needing a bucket. Whose hands do they put the basketball in? Staley Hurd.
When you think about it, too, when Iowa State jumped out to the 11-0 lead, Hurd kind of took over for Oklahoma State offensively, as Egareva is going to pick up her second with the foul on.
Potential 1-8, 1-9 matchup in the second round. Of course, you got to get right by your first round game first.
Crooks able to knock down 1 out of 2. Got a lot of teams. Utah right behind Arizona State. Just trying to figure out a way to get into the dance. Timmer able to, or I beg your pardon, that's Girardi into the game, able to pick up that loose ball. She's joined by Timmer, Whiting, Hurd, and Akot. Jackson gets the rebound and is quickly tied up by Akot. And the possession arrow will keep it with Oklahoma State. For Iowa State, it's Jackson, Williams, Harris, and Crooks on the floor.
This last possession, Staley Hurd pretty determined to get all the way to the basket. Ariana Jackson with that defensive assignment that last possession. She and Jada Williams both taking turns defending Hurd.
Now Hurd trying to find her way to the hoop. Gets it to the iron and bangs it home for two. Wanted an end, one didn't get it.
Yeah, you can really see her strength there, finishing with her left.
Staley Hurd really taking over the game here for Oklahoma State. She has 17. Harris for three. Can't get it to fall, and the rebound to Akot.
A little surprised Iowa State not looking to get the basketball into Audie Crooks a little more often. She's 5 of 7 from the field. She's 3 of 4 at the free throw line. Cyclones shooting well from beyond the arc, 45%, 9 of 20, so certainly can't criticize that effort. Audie just has a big size advantage against Akot.
But Oklahoma State owns the paint. Audie trying to reclaim that territory. That rebound deflected out, belongs to Timmer. She'll look to run it ahead. Timmer to the corner, Hurd for three. Yes! What a shot by Staley Hurd. Williams to Crooks. Left it short. And Oklahoma State again getting their game out on the floor with tempo. Now Girardi to the rack. Can't get it. Akot, follow not there. Hare with the board, has it stripped away by Girardi.
Oklahoma State just out hustling the Cyclones this last possession, or these last 30 seconds, I should say. An offensive rebound, a steal in the backcourt.
Right now on a 7-0 run, Hurd backing in on Jackson. Can't get the shot. Harris with the rebound.
Officials certainly letting them play through contact on both ends of the floor tonight.
This pass deflected out. It'll stay with Iowa State. So the Cyclones back to their bench. 3 will come in, and Elise Williams, Addie Brown, Reese Beatty. Going out will be Jackson, Harris, and Crooks.
Cyclones getting some fresh legs in. See if they can stop this run by the Cowgirls. Cyclones over their last 4 from the field.
Beatty trying to work with the screen. Good defense by Oklahoma State. Here's Brown. A little strong on the shot, and the rebound comes down to Hurd, and a foul will be called on Iowa State. Kenzie Hare will pick up the foul. Back at it, open for three and taking it, leaving it long was Whiting, gets her own rebound, finds a Cott who will bang it home.
And really just no reason that the shooter on a three-point shot is able to track down her own offensive rebound. Missed box out there by Jada Williams.
Williams and one. Williams now with 12. And that snapped a 9-0 run by Oklahoma State.
Nice little crossover move. That help defense comes. Tries to stand up straight. Jada gets the call and the finish.
Okay, a 2-point game. Williams now with 13. It's been Hurd and a Cott tonight for Oklahoma State. Hurd with 20. A Cott with 17. Now caught up at the foul line. They'll re-kick it back out and restart. Here's Hurd, going to be called for steps. Crooks will re-enter the lineup for Iowa State for Williams. When you think about that, Oklahoma State characterized as a team this year that, you know, in baseball terms, they swing hard. Hare's three. By Kenzie Hare.
What a timely three-pointer for Kenzie Hare.
Cyclones back with the lead. They're 10-3 of the game. Cowgirls on the move. Whiting in the paint. Gets her defender free and able to give Oklahoma State the lead again. That's her first basket of the game for Amari Whiting.
Well, she brings that veteran presence. Coach's kid, mom, former BYU head coach. She knows the game. She knows they needed a bucket.
So does Addie Brown, who will knock it down. This crowd is erupting. They call it Hilton Magic. Shot clock is off. Oklahoma State holding for one here. Whiting inside the paint finds a Cott who will get the basket at the horn. Akol Cott, 19 in the game, a very strong third quarter. And guess what? We are again out of Jada Williams. The junior with 13 points, 10 assists. But in the paint, it's been owned by Oklahoma State, outscoring Iowa State 34-18. We've been tied after every quarter of play, and Kenzie Hare starts the quarter off, missing the three here by the Cyclones.
Oh, that shot by Kenzie, she was a little off balance, just comes off her hand flat.
Oklahoma State will drive it in with Whiting, who's starting to come alive here in the second half. Let's go to Shannon Earhart with more on the Cowgirls.
Coach Hoyt said straight up to her team, we are finishers. This is what we do. We win basketball games. We have 10 minutes to do it. Let's get it done. I love what you're doing. Keep winning those 50-50 balls. Get those second chance points and play as a team, which has been her message all season.
Thanks a lot, Shannon. Audie Crooks with 15 now. We're tied up at 62. What a matchup here tonight in the Big 12. Brown will lose it in traffic. Whiting up with it, out to Hurd. Hurd gets fouled by Williams. And for Jada Williams, that'll be her second. Team's first here in the last quarter.
I think Jada Williams was maybe trying to foul Hurd before she went up for the shot, but she is in the act of shooting. Go to the free throw line.
And Hurd, an 82% free throw shooter on the season. able to hit the first here. Haley now with a cool 21.
Yeah, but she's the kind of player, the game just seems to look very easy for her. Every aspect of her game.
What a talent for the 5'11" junior out of Sapulpa, Oklahoma. Williams looks to drive it, lost it. Crooks back to Williams. Now they dump it into Audie. Audie going to be blocked by Hurd, but you can't stop Crooks. What strength. Hurd for three. Can't get it to fall. Williams with the board. Iowa State will set up shop. Brown trying to roll it into Crooks. Nobody home. Iowa State will turn it over. 9th turnover of the game by Iowa State. So Sydney Harris back out on the floor along with Elise Williams. Oklahoma State rolling strong here with Whiting, Gray, Wooten, Akot, and Hurd.
Not much for foul trouble for either team. Amari Whiting with 3. She's done a really nice job defending Jada Williams much of the game, and Ariana Jackson for Iowa State with 3 fouls.
And Jaden Wooten with the bucket, now in double figures. Williams avoiding the double team. Harris playing through contact. 10 on the shot clock here. Jada looking to get a little bit of room here. Again, it's winding down. Williams will just fire. Can't get it to fall, and Oklahoma State with the rebound. Out to Hurd, who will attack. Gray for 3. Gets one to go. And now has more than 83 three-pointers this season, which is a school record for a season, as Oklahoma State has their largest lead here at 5.
They make it so easy for us.
Certainly do. 69-64, Iowa State down by 5, and Egareva with the steal and able to find Whiting, who will finish it. A 7-point lead now. Amari Whiting with 6 points, all here in the 4th quarter.
Cyclones need a bucket. 7-0 run for the Cowgirls in the last 58 seconds.
Now a foul. As Whiting will pick up her 4th. And now Audie Crooks will come back in for Iowa State for Williams. And Haley Timmer back out on the floor for Whiting. For Oklahoma State, Timmer is joined by Wooten, Gray, Egareva, and Hurd. For Iowa State, it's Beatty, Jackson, Hare, Harris, and Crooks. And this is going to be kicked away. And Iowa State will turn it over. So not helping their own cause are the Cyclones, and the Cowgirls really taking advantage.
11th turnover for the Cyclones today. 9 steals for Oklahoma State.
Wooten kicks it over, Egareva, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2. That foul going to be on Kenzie Hare, her 2nd.
Oklahoma State has done a really nice job of exposing the help defense for Iowa State on the inside. Nice penetration and dump. Of Oklahoma State's 29 field goals, 16 come off assists.
Egareva able to knock down the free throw tonight, 2 out of 3 so far. Came into the game right at 65%. Misses this one, but Hurd will get the board.
Oklahoma State has been efficient on the offensive end, 53% from the field. They have gotten high percentage shots using that screen and roll action.
Now Wooten won't get it, and a foul going to be called on Brown for the hold on Egarevba, trying to box out.
Natty Brown telling her team, making a hand gesture saying, we got to crash. Nice replay there of a couple players jostling for that position. Oklahoma State with a wide open basket under the hoop. A well-run baseline out of bounds play for the Cowgirls.
And Oklahoma State has really opened this one up. They lead it by 10, and now a timeout taken here by Iowa State. If it were to end today, but what resiliency out of this group.
And they have shown that they can score in bunches. That 10-0 run right before the timeout happened over just 1 minute and 49 seconds.
The dump down to Crooks, avoids the double team, but gets the bucket. Great feed by Kenzie Hare.
That help defense on the weak side. A perfectly placed pass by Kenzie Hare, and the nice hands in the finish by Audie Crooks.
Wooten will get a screen up high. Can't use it. Now we'll try to create. Eregba working in on Williams. Floats one up, can't get the fall. Audie with the rebound.
Egarevba had the mismatch on the inside, but just could not go up strong enough to finish.
Quite a battle between Brown and Hurd for positioning. Now Addy will get it up high. Shot clock winding down. Brown caught up on the block, is going to have to release, and does, and hits.
Addie Brown makes something out of nothing.
She's in double figures with 11. Wooten back to work. Inside the paint. Draws a foul from Crooks.
She is shifty, that ball in her hands.
So Iowa State with 14 fouls. Oklahoma State will be in the bonus the rest of the way with 4:06 to play. Joel Akot, who's had a game of games here tonight with 19 points, back out on the floor. And Wooten can't hit the free throw.
Wooten, a good free throw shooter at 76%. That's what this Cowgirls team shoots it as a team on the season.
Makes good on the second. And Amari Whiting with those 4 fouls back out on the floor. She'll check in for Timber. The lead at 7 for Oklahoma State. Here's the pass into Crooks, into traffic. Last touch by Oklahoma State.
Kenzie Hare trying to thread that needle. Audie Crooks being sandwiched by a couple of orange jerseys.
Goes one-on-one and can't get the bucket. Good defense by Akot, and then Audie with the foul. So Akot will come down to the other end to shoot free throws. That'll be the second on Audie Crooks.
And Akot hustles down the floor with a big smile on her face to get to the free throw line. Audie Crooks just won't miss too many of those in a one-on-one situation against an undersized post player.
The transfer from Central Florida, able to knock down the free throw. Her production this season, though, has really been key for Oklahoma State this year. She's averaging more than 5 points up from last year, and she's really increased her rebound effort too as well. And a steal by Whiting to the rack, and one.
Amari Whiting with the finish. She has done that a couple times tonight. 8 points, 4 of 6 from the field. She has those 4 personal fouls, but J.C. Hoyt knows she has to have her in the game in this crucial moment because she's so good on the defensive end against Jada Williams. Just disrupts what Iowa State wants to do.
And able to hit the free throw now with 9 in the game, all in the 4th quarter. 80-68, Oklahoma State with their largest lead here at 12. The skip pass, Hare for 3. Not there, and the rebound comes down to Wooten. Now the tempo backed off a little bit as the Cowgirls let off the gas. They've been pretty high octane in this matchup.
And the Cowgirls have not won in Ames since 2018.
And an offensive rebound, but it did not hit the rim, a shot clock violation.
Not sure Micah Gray realized that it was not a shot clock reset.
Iowa State with some shooters down to the floor. Sydney Harris comes back into the game along with Hare, Crooks, Williams, and Jackson. The kick out, they move it around. Now the dump in, the pass deflected. Audie will have it. When Oklahoma State able to get some touches on the ball, though.
And you're not at a point where you need to start launching threes, but you can't have empty possessions at this point.
That ball knocked out, 6 on the shot clock.
And as you mentioned, Oklahoma State in their active hands, they're disrupting the Iowa State offense just enough, taking them out of their rhythm.
Down to 12, or 12-point lead for Oklahoma State. The shot clock winding down. Jada Williams going to be fouled on a 3-point shot and will go to the line with the clock stop to shoot 3.
And that might end up being a big foul call. Jada Williams just making something happen. Camera angle can't get a real clear view of the contact.
Amari Whiting just picked up her 5th, so she'll have to check out with 9.
And that's a big call. She is a really good disruptive defender for J.C. Hoyt's team. Hard-nosed. Doing a really nice job in her first year after transferring from BYU. And Cyclones get a chance to score points with the clock stopped.
Jada right now with 14 points, 10 assists. And goes 2 out of 3 on that stretch. So it's a 10-point Oklahoma State lead. J.C. Hoyt telling her team, let's really milk some clock here. Wooten controlling it now to Akot and able to get the bucket. Nicole Akot now with over 20.
And again, Oklahoma State runs that ball screen action. They have been very effective scoring out of that look.
The kick out for Harris. Iowa State now needing stops here with 96 seconds to play. Oklahoma State in the bonus, hold the possession arrow. And the 9-point lead. Here's Wooten over to Akot. 10 on the shot clock. Gray for 3 gets the answer.
Gray, who has been quiet all night with a bomb. 2 of 6 from downtown.
And a timeout taken here by Iowa State. Jada Williams will work it in, tries to draw contact and does, but can't get the end one. Will go to the line to shoot 2 with a minute to play. So Oklahoma State gonna go back home to finish the regular season as they play Kansas coming up on February 28th. And for Iowa State, they're on the road as they travel to Kansas State to end the season on Sunday, as Williams knocks down the free throw here. Jada connects on both. 10-point game, 1 minute to play. Little pressure by Iowa State. Oklahoma State able to break it. Now Wooten to Akot. Good free throw shooters out on the floor here for Oklahoma State, as Hare will foul Wooten here. Took 15 seconds though off the clock.
As you mentioned, this Cowgirls team, good free throw shooting squad. They did a nice job of playing keep away there. They have been in this bonus for quite a while in this fourth quarter, and they have taken advantage. Cowgirls are 11 of 15 on the game today.
Wooten misses the first. But the fourth quarter belonged to Oklahoma State. The lead at 11. Williams again trying to do it inside the paint. Gets her own rebound and put back. Jada Williams now with 19. They get it into Akot. Able to get past the defense. A high throw to Gray that's hauled in. And the game of keep away. And now we'll see a foul. That will be on Williams. Lisa Williams will pick up her first, but to the line with Akot. Achola Akot, really a difference maker in this one.
As I mentioned earlier, Oklahoma State, they just did such a nice job tonight of putting themselves in good positions for high percentage looks from the field. They're over 50% from the field at 53%. They made 8 3-pointers, which actually is one lower than they typically make per game. Cyclone shot it well from deep, making 12 of 25. But it was Oklahoma State hitting those high percentage shots all night long.
And Achola Akot with a career high 25 tonight helps Oklahoma State and J.C. Hoyt take a big one on the road here. 88-77